There sits an intersection in ruin, that is King and Church Street. And hey there, welcome to the first day of summer. It is Friday, June 20th. The time right now is 5:17 p.m. and depending on which source you consult, the temperature's somewhere between 24 and 26 degrees Celsius. And this is the St. James Cathedral. I am on the east side of downtown. And I did a video on this part of King Street getting ripped up not too long ago. This intersection is going to be out of commission for pretty much the entire summer. And I think it's having a rather devastating effect on a lot of the local businesses. Speaking of which, across the street is Score on King. That's a fantastic bar. They have a really nice outdoor patio where unfortunately you get a front row seat to all the construction. There's another look at St. James.
Yes, protein bar.
I'm actually making my way to the west side of downtown, even though I'm currently walking east. I'm going to the Score on Queen, another bar under the same ownership group. I'll be meeting a friend at 6 p.m. there. I'm not sure if we're going to get a spot on the patio. I'm guessing we won't. And hopefully I time this right and won't be late. But what I'm going to do is head south and we'll check out the Esplanade in the St. Lawrence neighborhood here just to see how the patios are doing. And then I'll make my way west. And we'll check out some of the patios on John Street as well. So the King streetcar has been diverted. Due to water main replacement, and they're also going to be upgrading a lot of the tracks. Just kind of killing two birds with one stone. What I'll do is I'll keep going south here and I'll cross Front Street and we'll head down Market Street. A rare pedestrianized street here in the city, something we need a whole lot more of. There's definitely a lot of lessons to be learned from Europe and Montreal in that regard. There's the former Rainbow Cinemas, now Imagine Cinemas. That's an excellent spot to catch a movie on a budget. They've got these super comfortable leather reclining seats. And I checked out the new St. Lawrence Northern Market building in a Doors Open video I recorded not too long ago. There's the St. Lawrence Market, the main building. Road closed. Unfortunately, the Flatiron building has construction hoarding all over it, taking away an iconic view looking west.
Parker!
just gonna wipe my screen off. It's looking a little hazy. In the preview, there's a list of events in June on Market Street. This was originally intended just to be closed for summer and fall of 2024, as well as during holidays and New Year's, but it was so popular and well-liked, they've brought it back. And there's discussion in the city whether or not this should be approved on a more permanent basis. My vote is definitely yes. It's still unclear if pedestrian Sundays are on this month in Kensington, as they were canceled at the last moment last month, even though the BIA had all winter to plan for it. There's another small pedestrianized street up in the Yorkville neighborhood. Speaking of which, that's a spot where you'll find a lot of patios in the city. But coming up is one of the higher concentrations of patios you'll find on Esplanade. I thought being the first day of summer, it might be nice to take a stroll past them. But it is cooling down a little bit, and there are showers in the forecast for later this evening and tonight, with the possibility of thunderstorms. So I do have an umbrella with me. There's the Say What beer garden. I went to that spot last year. And this is Church Street. So I started just north of here a few blocks. There's a patio in front of Goose Island with some tables. It's nowhere near as busy as I figured it might be. This is the beer market. They've got a stage with entertainment inside at night. There's a coach bus in front of Scotland Yard. And across the street is the Novotel. There's a brand new No Frills supermarket. Those things have been popping up all over the city recently. There's the old spaghetti factory.
Happy Friday. Victoria, you think about everybody say hi.
Oh, there's some Blue Jays jerseys here. I wonder if they're playing tonight at the Sky Dome. That's the Keg. It's a chain steakhouse. Definitely one of the better chains you'll find. We're open, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now it's north, so I'll have to cut through the financial district.
Still getting them? Yeah, go and get it.
This is Front Street. There's a look at the tower. I was going to go north, but I don't really have a set route in mind between here and the Square, although I mentioned I did intend to walk up John Street and see what the patios are like there. Is there a Blue Jay game in Toronto tonight? Let's see what Google Gemini has to say. Today the Blue Jays are playing the White Sox at 7:07. If I'm not mistaken, they're an absolutely terrible team, so that bodes well for us. There's a huge patio at Biff's Bistro. There's some construction just up on Yonge, so I'll stick to Front Street for a little bit at least. There's always people snapping pics of the CN Tower from this spot. And this stretch of front is the scene of my most viewed video ever, which I think is up over 2.5 million views. That was last year, where I met Ryan, who showed off his tiny homes concept, something that has really taken off since then, and it's been quite a success.
I'm like, what? Health problem. Being in a you kind of fill the gap, or the gap fill the blank because you're not remember
As I walk alongside the old Dominion building.
Yeah, I guess I did not have it. That was like, I took you there.
we're actually expecting a heat wave next week. I don't think tomorrow will be super hot. But in the days to follow, it's supposed to hit in the 30s. There's a big crowd of people in front of Canada's busiest transportation hub, Union Station. The South Core and Scotiabank Arena are just to the south.
Are we here?
These are those new permanent barriers, which I'm actually a fan of. Some people have criticized them for being on the boring side. They serve their purpose. And they also act as pseudo furniture. So this is a walk a lot of Blue Jay fans will be making on their way to the Sky Dome. A lot of them will be filtering through Union Station, where there's a summer event set up. Nothing going on in there yet, but they've got the stage set up. They're still building it out. This fence on the left will be taken down once that's complete.
But I don't know. Okay. Provided.
That's the Fairmont Royal York on the right.
You get these every month. You do. For every.
Old school Sox fan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is York Street I'm crossing. I think I'll just stay on front all the way to John Street. Why not? There's a good crowd along here. First pitch is at 7:07.
That's where.
There's a big patio in front of Jack Astor's there. There's definitely going to be a sizable pre-game crowd. There I go again, not pronouncing words correctly, which is ironic since my video this morning was all about Toronto street name pronunciations. There's the Loose Moose. Another popular pregame spot. And Google says I'm 18 minutes away, so my friend shouldn't have to wait. I'm usually super punctual with this sort of thing. And if the weather holds up, I might do a King West nightlife walk after this. Possibly a little inebriated. Well, John Street is just a block away. You know what? Or a few blocks away, but let's go north up Simcoe. We'll get off of Front Street for a bit. And by bit, I mean for the rest of this video. And I have a love-hate opinion of this building. I love the design. I love how it lights up at night. But I hate that it blocks the view of the CN Tower from King and Bay Street. A rather iconic view has been lost. I've seen some green jerseys wandering around. I wonder if there's an Argo game with the Rough Riders.
She always does like bridge challenges too, where
The Argos play over at BMO Field. Yes, they're playing the Saskatchewan Roughriders at 7:30. Apparently they had their biggest home opening crowd in quite a while. There's an asshole just casually changing lanes into a bike lane despite the double solid line there. There's an Uber driver. David Pickett Square, just on the left.
then my lady guys don't. That's what I mean. That's what you have to have a really like hard.
The Canada Walk of Fame on the left. It wraps all around this area.
Okay, well, what else?
We'll stop and look at a random one. Oh, we picked Keanu Reeves, Wayne and Schuster. And the next one's Lloyd Robertson, Catherine O'Hara, Gordon Pinsett. You will see a lot of big time names on the Walk of Fame, and this is the entertainment district. There's a few big theaters just to the left. And we're back to King Street. All right, let's go left here.
Subreddit, Scour, Discord chat, Scour, like, people saying, like, oh, my cousin of the lost coat.
It's a hell of a commitment if you're coming here from Saskatchewan to catch a CFL game.
If I said, if it was like 1 o'clock,
Oh, you're trying to bring people.
Tell her my last.
May 20th to June 8th. What is playing now at the Royal Alex? Juliet, the musical.
Because then, like, they have to learn two different musicals, two different things.
Real quick. I'm gonna do a
And we've made it to John Street. A lot of people will be going south here, down to the Sky Dome. I'm going to be going north up to Queen. That's Restaurant Row, just on the other side of the intersection. There's a number of patios along there as well.
Since he's always been wanting to.
That's La Carnita, a popular Mexican restaurant. Or I guess taco restaurant, to be more specific. They've got a location up near where I live in Midtown.
Wouldn't it good?
There's a lot of people pre-gaming there, no doubt. This is Adelaide Street. I quite like this building at 99 John Street here. It's refreshing seeing Something that isn't a generic green or blue glass condo. Look at that Hooters. Has an upstairs patio with some spots. Maybe I'll propose that to my friend as a backup. If the rain holds off and score is full. You've got all these patio spots across the street as well.
Oh, he's all tired out. I'm just trying to understand why rain out means it's more.
Suddenly I'm in the mood for an IPA. All right, what time is it? 5:49. Should be there in 5 minutes or so. And I think this place has gone under. And not much going on at the ballroom.
I just wanted to look at it. I went down. That was crazy.
Shopper way overhead. That's the old Chum building across the street.
I mean, it's probably not even close, to be honest. But so it's still happening. It's gonna fail.
I've done some pre-game drinking at this place back in the day before. As we arrive at Queen Street West. There's a healthy line for gelato. There pretty much always is. And my destination is just 2 blocks that way in the former home of the Black Bull Pub, one that falsely claimed to be the oldest in the city. That was actually the Wheat Chief over at Bathurst and King. But fortunately, the Score moved in and at least carried on the tradition of there being a pub in that building. It's kind of a best case scenario next to someone operating the Black Bull as it was.
County Club.
That girl gets the last spot on the patio before me. Some congratulations will be in order.
They cut the shark fin off and then throw the sharks back in the water. It might be, I might have to be a loop.
I'm going to start wrapping this one up. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if my friend will be there yet or not, but I look forward to your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know if you've gotten a chance to get out and enjoy this amazing weather we've been having. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. There is the pub straight ahead, just on the right. I'm going to keep the camera rolling until I get there, but thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink! Now the moment of truth. Is it a gong show and there'll be no spots on the patio? Probably. Oh, I see a few spots.